see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out. Ooh, mountain, we're gonna walk it out. Ooh, mountain, we're gonna walk it out. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do.
Hey gents, good day everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Connect podcast. Yeah, we back in our own homes. I'm by someone else's home, but I'm back. I'm back in the flesh. It's nice to see you guys again for another episode. I hope you're so excited as I am. I'm always nervous when it comes to shooting episodes. But yeah, how's everyone doing, man?
Kerasa
Man,
banyak.
me, I'm alright. I'm alright.
Okay. I'm good.
That's good.
So,
Clayton, I see is the
Oh,
fade
Clayton,
in. Is the fade in. Is the fade in, Clayton. Is the fade in.
yeah, the facing. I'm laughing because Kerasa was busy with brain and stuff.
Nah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we original. Yeah. So I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. We're in the middle of the year.
Yeah, yo.
yes.
I've sacrificed.
This is another year.
Yeah, I've sacrificed some parts of my life to where I am now. But in all, that's all wins. I can't lie. But it's only to the grace of God. So why I'm saying this is because obviously it's second semester now, yeah, for the student, and I passed. And,
Come on.
Going on. So yeah, so it's just going up, man. This is going up, so I can't complain. Can't complain.
Yeah, I know. We can't complain. Yeah. That's my thing. Like this year, if I think about this year of how we started and where we went, it's like life's not easy. It's been tough. Like the challenges that I faced personally, losing a close friend to mine and all those things that challenged me mentally, like and physically. Like, yeah, how do you process this? Because you just been with a person and then the next minute you must rush because I can't disclose any other information on that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's been a journey. I know I've learned a lot from this past year. Definitely learned a lot. Like how being in rooms with people, learning how other people starting to think about life and things like that. And it's like it opened my eyes to a broader perspective on life. I mean, I've learned so much that it's unbelievable how I can go back and think like, okay, no, let me break this down, let me break that down. And I had a conversation the other day. I always go to the barber. I think the best conversations will happen in the barber, man, with random people you meet in the barber. And it was like a back and forth conversation or like a debate, man, with someone. And I'm like, bro, if you just take yourself out of that box that you're in now, no? And just look outside of it, you will see life a little bit more different. But I guess that's how they see life, and you can't take, like they say, you can't take the donkey to the water and force him to drink. Since that's my thing.
Ooh, I want that there. You touched on something there, Ross. Because I just come to the conclusion, man. You can't want it more better, if I can say it in that context, than the
Yeah.
next person. Like the opportunity is there, man. But
Yeah.
you cannot force the next person to say, okay, right, you come now, you must do this. You get, and for me, I've realized that in this week, there's so much information regarding everything in life, man. Whether it will be spiritual, business, media, whatever opportunities is there if you just go out and whatever. But for me, the information is so there that I can share it, man. But it's like, nah, man, I've said so much things with you, but you still haven't taken the opportunity yet. You're still in that situation, man. But now you want to blame everyone else or blame the government and things like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, listen, here's opportunity. Nah, it's not for me.
Yeah. Now you see, now that's the thing. Like when I had a debate with this person, he's gonna go overseas and whatever. I'm like, I will also go overseas, but yes, there's better job opportunities. But South Africa have so much more to offer that you're not actually realizing how much is there to offer still, how much potential we still have to break through in the country. But now you just sitting, you just seeing it like, you know, a horse will have his blinkers on.
Yeah.
No? So I told him, take that off. No? Look beyond what you see now. And you will see the potential that South Africa really has.
Yeah.
I mean, our rand might be weak to the dollar, no?
Or whatever's happening in South Africa.
But there's a lot of potential that we have. You know what I mean?
Nah, there is. Because why do you think if there wasn't potential here, why did the white people want it in the first place? Back in the day.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah. When we were colonized. Remember?
True.
We are rich in minerals.
Okay, let me say something. I heard one of my friends say this. Money solve money problems, not all problems.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is this. We need to identify our problem and say, is that the reason why we're going to overseas? If it's money, that is why you're going overseas. Then it's a question mark and say, listen here, there's maybe a lack of jobs, whatever.
Mm.
But if you go to another country, you will still find corruption. You will still find poverty.
Yes.
America is so called like everything is okay. Everything is not okay there. You understand? Like we have certain things of where foreigners come over. The same thing with America with the Mexicans. So it's just that our perspective must change, man. And the reason why you're stuck in maybe in a certain area of your life because you don't have information, you don't have that that person to say, okay, right, this is how you do it, man. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Sorry, so yeah, it's just South Africa has opportunities. We have it. I mean, there's so much to look forward to, and yes, there's a lot of things that is happening within South Africa.
Yeah.
And one of them is corruption. You know, don't want to go into there's a lot of questions.
That is a lot of questions because that's why I think like if we research now and we like how many is taken, how much billions are being corrupted. And I mean, if that billions could have been thrown, like if it hadn't to be corrupted and that billions actually honestly be thrown into infrastructure, we wouldn't have had an high unemployment rate what we have now in South Africa.
Not even billions. Billions is an understatement of how much they stole.
Nah,
They
they
stole like
still
double billions. Not true. Not even trillion.
and also for me, I don't want to. It's like a subject I don't want to touch on also, but like I feel that our people, yes, I'm a born free. We born frees now,
Mm.
but I feel like that our people shouldn't
Still
blame
catching on, Bobby.
apartheid. No, shouldn't blame apartheid for where we are now.
Yeah. Yo. Ooh. Come on.
Nah,
I-
not
I
actually.
feel- I don't think we should blame apartheid.
No.
Yes,
you see,
we got-
you see why they will blame apartheid, because I sat with a few elderly people already, and all of them said the same thing. They still say if the white man still had to own the country, like back in the day, they just had to
Yeah,
like leave the racism,
yeah,
and then they could still run the country. It would still be alright because there was enough for everybody. Nobody decided, look, here, we're gonna slut everyone over the cop coco. Nah, it wasn't a party like that. They still say, like today, they say, man, it's better. It was better with apartheid, than the apartheid time. Not apartheid, but that time when the whites were
in
in control of the country.
Okay.
It was better that time because then you could still like, I can't say, not like there isn't a purpose now, but yeah, it wasn't like now the other day the people smart decide they're gonna burn a whole town down. It wasn't like that. So
Yeah,
in that sense, they say,
Yeah.
man, that time the way they ruled that time was better than how they're ruling now.
So
so
And
true.
A couple
So
of
true.
elderly people said that already, or I was in conversations where a few of them said that already. So I don't know, I wasn't there, so I
Yeah.
can't say I was there
Yes,
and now. But if a couple still said that already, a couple of people already said that or mentioned it in different conversations.
yeah. If I can say something, okay, there's some parts of apartheid,
Yeah, we want to leave God.
that was negative, right? We all know that.
yes,
But when it came to the economy stability, we
Yes.
cannot deny anything. There was the racism and whatever the negative. also
That's
the
just the only
positive.
downfall that came with it.
Exactly. Even today, if you look at it, the stats and poverty and all these things are just like it's way more than we expected it, right?
yeah,
So me doing what I'm doing, and if you look at the infrastructure of just Mutsuspring itself, we starting to see that the roads are starting to give in. Like they starting to make
Yeah.
cracks and stuff like that. Alright. The walls that was built 25 years ago are starting to collapse. So now there must be like you must renew or renovate, right?
okay.
Not like renovate the house, but renovate the
Sorry
the
to break your
township.
word, you Clayton. I'm just gonna jump out and jump back in. But the two of you can continue so long. I'm jump out, jump back in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we wasn't now. Rossi took me out now. So the infrastructure is so to renovate the township, whatever. So now what we're seeing is that there's more poverty, there's population growth, so there's no housing, right? Because housing is a demand within South Africa, and now we're seeing a whole ecosystem running through, like whole time that is creating poverty. Right, so
Yeah.
there's a circle or circulation of we you're seeing the same thing happening, man, and no one is coming in. So that is why I said like money solves money problems, right? So coming back to the thing, is Africa, is the problem of South Africa, is it money? Is it corruption? Or what is it? You get what I'm trying to say? If
Yeah.
it's money, then we need to then we need to identify a solution to why South Africa is like
Not to send it with the money
Yeah.
problems.
And-
Why they
and then-
can't keep to their money?
and then and then
Go
we
to their pocket.
yeah, so, and then we can also explore the term lobbying groups, right? We can also explore cultural Marxism. There is two different things. So we need to figure out what is the problem with South Africa. You get what I'm trying to say, and then
Yeah.
we can move forward from there. So yeah, thank
Because-
you.
But I see
Because
the people that must see what the problem is with South Africa is the people that is stealing from South Africa. Because that is my thing. How can we see what is wrong with South Africa, but they can't like see what's wrong with South Africa? They just try and bring up a whole different story every time. Every 5 minutes is different story.
But
Like
do you know?
I'm gonna refer to the beginning of this COVID nonsense. They gave 500 billion to us.
Yeah.
Where is
you know,
Where
you know.
is-
Yeah, the currency. Yo.
That is the first and the last time we heard about that 500 billion.
Do you
We
know
never
what?
heard about it again.
You know, no? That's
Everyone's just keeping quiet about it.
that's the mad part about it.
So, like, we cannot blame if you can't blame someone else for where we are in life. So, the only person where we can identify ourselves is like pointing at ourselves. You understand? Pointing at you. What did you do? What have you even in this year? What have you done? You understand? We're celebrating a year of the Connect podcast. A year
I was
ago.
about to
A year ago, our
put that
first.
question in here now since
A year ago, our first episode came out, and the journey
Yeah.
of this thing was like it's heavy, man, bro.
I'm telling I'm telling you.
like events like what we have now today and what we had like a year ago is totally different. Like I have grown so much in
Yeah,
this
no.
part of YouTube and podcasting and things like that. But
That's funny, like from where we like you said, Clayton, from where we started to where we are now.
I'm sorry,
Yo,
Ross.
so gents, so like Clayton, you mentioned like it's been a year with the podcast and sorry, I'm just looking. It's been a year with the podcast and I have a question like how's the journey been like from our first episode until now for you guys? Then I'll answer from me.
Okay, man. From me, I would say it was well. Not well, but it went alright. In the sense of when we started, we had to hire, and now we don't need to hire anymore.
Come on,
Hallelujah.
No.
come on.
In that sense, I said I'm doing quite. Because we would have thought that we wouldn't have to hire anymore, and we'll go buy our own stuff. You see. So in that sense, I'll say no at this point. The fact that we could get our content also and we'll get out. There's also another upside. So now we must look forward to the next. What we can do in the next year.
Me, I also love the fact what Christopher said. we hired and now we have our own equipment. That's a plus. For me, the one of the hardest part is getting everyone at the same time at the same venue. For me, it was like the hardest part because like it's like it's 1, 2, 3 in this building, right? Now obviously a guest must come on and we will also like for their time. So obviously it's like 4 to 5 parties involved just to get everyone at the same
Yeah.
venue at the same time. So that is a difficult part for me. And even if you can't make it for that day, we must reschedule, and the reschedule can take some time, because
Yeah.
everyone like if I can just take me for example, I'm busy, you understand? It's tougher to Christopher and Ross's time. So that's just like the three of us. So that's like for me one of the hardest part of it.
Mhm.
And yeah, if it was just me, I was like it would just go, you understand? But obviously it's a teamwork. So for me that was like the hardest part. So besides that, it's been good. It's been good. We as a team also received love from people who would love to be on the Connect podcast. So we
Yeah.
still have you in like I'm gonna say in the pipeline. no?
Pipeline.
The pipeline, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Like
that's
like the journey's been like it's like these challenges you faced. There's this you face, there's that you face, but that all come part of the learning curve of what I've learned over this year with this podcast. And what I can say is that I'm proud of us, of where we came of. I can say I'm proud of the two of you guys, and I can really say like yo, it's been sometimes it touch you at the beach, man. Since like you get like I wanted to actually I want to form this into a question, but the love we receive from people and things like that, like people like you say, people on the podcast, but they don't really know all the logistics behind the just to get someone on. It's not like you think it's die, but just get the person. Nah, they don't know our background work that we have to do.
yeah, especially Christopher. Yo, what time,
And-
guys?
Nah, playful. Clayton is playful. So,
Kaya
but a question to you
Christopher's
guys,
time
what,
is
how
always
was
2 hours early or 2 hours late.
but I got
the partner on the day, man.
Okay, focus, guys.
like
Focus.
the people don't know like Kakisa they come stressful the stuff also like you people think Kakisa is joy, you trap in from the door from the start. Nah, people don't know. If I can take us back to our very first episode we recorded, people don't even know the stress that happened that time. That was just the start. We were like, Kakisa, this is not here. That is not here. This is not working. How can we work around this? But
Yeah.
by the grace of God, they put people on your path, man. Since and it's like also like we said, people come in to help you, and they don't even like second guess it. They're like, I'm gonna be there to help you. Yo, bro, that really like the journey has just been there, and I just wanted to ask like, what was the interaction between when people like, how did you feel? Either people say, nah, look here, I love what you guys are doing, keeping it up, and how was that for you guys to see that people is actually like you think like you're not getting to someone, but there's actually people looking at you, watching what you're doing. How does that make you guys feel?
No, that is why for me, that is why. Because man, it shows that we're reaching out to people, man. And people accept us for what we're doing and for who we are. So that is why, because it's not easily where people will just accept you for what you're doing and for who you are and what you're trying to push. So that is the quiet part for me. And the fact that the people still watch and they want to watch and they come back to you and ask you, look here, what was I supposed to go watch that guy? We supposed to go watch. So that is the quiet part.
What's the question now again? I was drifted now with Christopher now.
Like
The
like
feeling is the
the
feeling.
feeling of what other people when they came up to you and things like that and told you like, nah, I like
yeah.
what you're doing, etc., etc.
The feeling is that I'm doing something within my community. That's my feeling. I came to a point in my life where we can talk about so many things. Like even it's like what you talk about on the Connect podcast. We can talk about so many things and we can talk. But at the end of the day, it's like the doing part, man. Like, and that is just for me. This is just my percentage. It can be 0.005% of the whole consumption of the 100%. But every other person that is doing in the community, man. And if I can just be a part of that and just be a help to someone else to share their story and say, oh, I never knew that was happening. Oh, I see growth there, you know. That for me is like yeah, that's like amazing. I cannot lie. It's when people, it's like when an episode can change someone's life. That feeling,
Yeah.
money cannot buy that experience. Like, and for me,
True.
yeah, it's just I can I can just say that. Yeah. Oh,
Like
and in the sense of I also grew in this podcast. I wasn't into sound. Wow, I used to look at, but now I can like run a mixer or I can say, okay, nah, you must do that and whatever, and also with the editing process. That also grew me in the person of I can see things differently. So yeah, that's all part of the package of the growth of the journey. So yeah, Ross.
like with me, like like people come up to like, yo Ross, I like what you're doing, keep the good work up. And look, it's complete randoms, man. People you won't expect like come up to you like, Ross, nah, I like what you're doing. I will get, if I must get one of my friends like, my bro, when is the next episode coming out? It's always like, my bro, when's the next episode coming out? Like this, I'm like, yo, everyone is in anticipation, like when is the next episode? But like you said, it's a journey, and yo, it's we still in the baby, like we still in the baby step stage. For me, we still in the baby step stage, and I'm like, like the feedback, like it's crazy that like your parents will somehow put it on the TV at home when their friends come around, like, serious, he's my kid, like that, like yo, like you won't expect it, like he's my kid, and then your feed, then you get feedback also from family. Hi, how is this? And it's just been a journey, but I've enjoyed it so far. With the stress, with everything, I like with the guest also, like you will never know how much you can learn actually from each guest that we had on the podcast. If we must actually break it down, like each and every guest, we will sit here long. If you had to do a recap of Kaigisa, so and so and so, and there's a lot you can take away. Like I took a lot away from each and every episode. I can say that fully. Like if people actually take the time out and actually listen and they make notes of what each and every guest said, and then I just put it up with like, yo, I can change something here, I can change something there. Maybe two of them think the same way and things like that. So
Mm.
and that's why I was great. I'm still grateful. I still say like today I will say thank you to those guests that came onto the podcast.
True, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just grateful for the journey.
It's one of those.
Well,
I
I'm
wasn't.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's one of those things. Although we see it to them personally, but I would like to say again,
True.
thanks for everyone. From episode, okay,
Yeah,
episode
man.
1 was us, but since episode 2, right up till episode
True, yeah.
9.
Since episode 1 that started the whole thing, man.
Oh, thank you to us also as well.
yeah,
If episode 1 didn't happen, I don't think ours would happen.
Oh,
Then we
okay.
that was the idea for that one.
Yeah.
no, definitely.
So it's everyone who's on, and those who are still gonna be on. Thank you.
Yeah,
From our heart
Yeah.
to yours. Thank you.
you know, no,
for
you
the
know,
support.
it's mad, no? You will sit in a company with your friends, no? And then now you meet new people. And then
Yeah.
the one friend will just say out of the blue, "Hey bro, do you know that this man have a podcast?" Like, and then the other
wait.
was like, really? Like, now what is it all about? And I was like, I just like the people understand how the concept of the Connect podcast is connecting with people within
Yeah.
your community, and that when I got that vision, like connecting with people, I'm like, we must make an impact on someone somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those of you who are still wondering, Ross is the CEO. He's the visionary of this thing, not me.
Yeah, nice.
Hashtag like humble. Ross was the one who those of you didn't saw the first episode. Like Ross is the founder of this whole thing. He's the one that woke up one morning saying, "Bro, Clayton will start this thing," and then Christopher, and then yeah, Ross.
And like people don't know, like there's so much ideas I have in this brain of mine. Yeah, I have no more. Yeah, I cut my hair, but I'm not gonna show because I don't have a fresh weight. But
Yeah,
there's so much
but the line is
ideas. I don't have.
Hashtag
You know what they say? As
One
you fade
fly.
in us, as you fade in us, then you complete the rest of the sentence.
There's a lot like it.
But yeah, there's so much stuff to be.
Now Ross,
Hey.
now what now?
Where's the goodness,
There's
bro?
like it. Yeah, just like it.
But then that's
no
what,
comment.
the journey. The journey has been incredible, gents. I can't thank you enough. Like there's sometimes like you find sleepless nights. The podcast even made me like for
Oh.
What's wrong with Ross?
what I did.
Ross, you
I
were
think
asking
it's
me?
I know it's my internet. Apologies. So like I said, like there's some nights I don't like get to sleep because I'm watching another person's podcast to see like, okay, not trying to be like yours, but I'm getting an
We
idea.
can really improve.
I mean, awake, like
Yeah.
there's so much stuff that we have to put in place, and I'm just grateful for the journey, gents. So,
Yeah, no, true.
and I'm grateful for all the viewers also that watches the Connect podcast.
Yeah,
Amen. Thank you.
And the people that subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe.
Thank you
yeah,
for your
no,
love,
I'm also grateful.
your support. Thank you. I can't thank you enough.
True, nah, I
Yeah,
also appreciate it. And I think ours is it's not the way it is, man.
Mm.
Because everyone has their way of doing it. This is just like this now is just a new method that we're doing now for the protocols and that of there's a whole virus thing that's going around. But yeah, the way we do it is, I think that also sets like a different aspect to it, man. A different vibe to it. Different,
Yeah.
and it just that is like that enhances what we do. Because man, all our guests also, for them that's watching this or that's going to watch this, they can say all of them are like, my bro, I'm nervous. Like I'm sitting here, I'm nervous. Even though I do stuff like this on a regular, I'm still nervous every time. And that's what our guests also say. But then we just do a quick run through, and then once the camera starts rolling, and then you didn't even say, no one's nervous. So, but I just that what the atmosphere that we give off and the scenery and that. So, I say, man, that is also
It's funny, we touched like the questions I sent us, like we actually touched on all of them in this conversation we had. I don't know, do you guys, any one of you have a question?
Yeah, but
I want to ask.
in the next year. Oh, okay.
Oh, I have a question now. What was your favorite episode that we did?
Okay,
yeah,
for the
yeah,
record, I don't want to sound biased. But so, yo, Russ,
yeah.
you comment?
I'm not gonna disclose any favorite episode because every episode was good.
Yeah.
Every episode was good.
Every episode was quiet. I'm not gonna say favorite guest, whatever. Every guest was good. I've learned a lot from each and every guest.
Yeah.
That's why I can't pick a favorite.
Yeah. And me. Every episode we learn something, man. Because it will be
that was the quiet part. That was the quiet part. So
it's when someone can motivate me through the story of music or their story itself. It's like it's mind blowing. You understand? So yeah, I can't choose a favorite.
Like if yes, I don't want to. If I want to touch, I don't want to. If I can do that, what this person said from this episode, like think about it. If what this person said from that episode, think about it. What this person said from this episode, think about it. If we must really go there, it's not gonna be long, but it's like it's some interesting stuff, man.
Yeah.
The point, like really for me, like I can say, set the price up front is one.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot.
One of Ross's favorite ones, I would say, is what
If you
the
don't
answer
ask,
already know.
yeah.
If
If you don't
Okay,
answer,
then-
listen, if you don't answer,
The-
if you don't ask, the
the
answer
answer
is
already know.
Yeah. No, the answer is already no if you didn't
If you
ask.
don't ask,
That's one. Another one, the teachers of today,
Yeah.
that one in that episode. Shout out to Jet for that quote. Yo, shout out to.
nah, there's a
I'm
lot.
not gonna mention the people there. I'm gonna just shout out the quote. I'm gonna say. Here, if I can tell you, when you buy someone's opinion, you buy their lifestyle. Think about it. Don't let it run over your head. Yo,
There's a lot like
wait. Yo, I am.
yeah, nah, there's.
You know what I mean? There's a lot.
like for me, but
But
like
man,
for
I can
me,
honestly say, my best episode was the one we did on the day.
Our first one.
Always. The one we do on the day, that was my best one. Because every time it's just we go better and better and better.
oh, I get you.
Even though the storyline changes every time, so you can't compete because the stories are different. But every time it's just because I wouldn't say we get used to it, but it's because we open ourselves also for the knowledge that person has and like the experience they went through. So we like put ourselves in their shoes to understand what they went through and what they did to be where they are today. So that is the quiet part for me. So that's why the one we did on the day always that will stay the best of me.
There's so much like.
Like,
every time. each
for
one
me,
I could laugh like,
mm,
and then you go home with a lot. Then you can think like, look, you know, that's what that man said. That's what he said. Nah. So
like for me, I can't really I don't jot down like the quotes like
I
for the last.
didn't, and I didn't jot down.
I know,
It's-
yeah.
what's
It's just
staying
it's
in
only
here.
it.
Yeah,
Like for
that-
me, it's like the storyline for me of each episode stood out for me, man. Like if you can say episode 5, whatever,
yeah,
like the storyline for me just like, okay, nah, I understand where you come from, where you're going to, and things like that.
yeah.
But gents, in a year's time, what do you say? What's gonna happen?
But I don't want to say. I don't want to say because we already achieved so much in 1 year. So what is it? What can the next year hold? Whatever.
The forecasting
Whatever.
for the next year of what I am thinking. I'm not gonna disclose it on here, but what I want to tell the people is just watch the space.
Oh,
Circularity.
Just watch the space,
space. Yeah, that's just.
Circularity.
and watch the room you step into.
No,
Watch
circular.
the room you step into.
Yeah.
Like,
Good
you know,
boy.
I forgot to mention this. Like, you go meet people for the first time. No,
Mhm.
some people you meet like you meet you for the first time, and then a person comes to you like, oh, are you you're the guy of the podcast. Nice to meet you. Like, mind blowing. I'm like, yo, you just stepping in, you talking to people, whatever, but then the people's like, nah, I see you on the podcast. Oh, no, you were that person. Oh, yeah, your gents, it's just
Yeah.
mental. I tell you, I take mental notes from every episode
Yeah.
that stands out.
There is also a notice about Ross, and Ross is so sensitive, you know.
Huh?
Easy.
Ross
Nah,
is
Ross is
sensitive.
sensitive.
Yeah, Ross is.
Ross is very sensitive.
I take note of everything.
Yeah, that is
I
what I mean. That is what I mean about sensitive. You take
I
note
think-
of everything. You're sensitive to what is happening.
I'm like, I take note of everything. I'm like you're a humble person. You to yourself, but if people come up to you, like, you don't know how to react to certain things. So things you just take in a stride. You know what I mean? But yeah, just that is like, it's just been. If you can put a label for this episode, you can call it a journey.
Yeah. Epic.
Hashtag. I will do that. But yeah, guys. I think that's a wrap. What do you say?
Yep. I got nothing
Yeah.
else left to say. Since I just say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Me too. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
You. And I'm grateful. Thank you everyone that watched and support us. Please continue.
Yes, we love it. I read all the comments. Also, in the people comment. I see your comments.
Good. Sorry, man. Can I just what do you call it? Say something with a story. I was on my way to Summit East. Nah?
Mhm.
And we say, right, we're gonna what do you call it? One of the episodes gonna be loaded on this day, man. And I think it was at 6 o'clock, and it 6 o'clock didn't come. And I was like,
Yeah.
driving on my phone. I'm listening, guys. I was driving, and I'm like, hey, is that popping up? What? And then later than that, the so past 11, pull over. Right, so I checked. The timing was wrong. So it was for the next day, not the specific date, man. And I went in, changed the date. Boom, episode was out. So like, yo, it's just a story that came to me, but I'm like, remember you on your way to Summit East. No one knows, but yeah, it was one of the top. But yes, guys, from my side,
I was also like that. I was like, wait, Bruno, where's this episode? Yes, no notification popping up on my phone. Like, oh wait, I made time to what I was. What's this? So like,
yeah. So from my side, thanks once again, everyone, for watching the support. for sharing.
Mhm.
Once again for the case coming on the podcast. Yeah,
Mm.
God bless you. Thanks for you two guys as well. Yo, I'll be honest with you guys. Christopher give me
Thank you.
stress sometimes. Yeah. Yo, guys. If it was not for the Lord who was on my side, where would Christopher have been today? I was just say that but yeah, it's a journey, man. Yeah, the Lord gave me strength, so yeah. Thanks for sticking with me as well. I know I'm not the easy person to be around with. Hashtag I know what I can bring to the
The Lord was
table.
with us also, don't worry.
Huh?
The Lord was with us also. Don't worry.
Ja, nee, maar die Here man. Net die Here.
Nice. Yes, sir.
Net die Here.
But the people mustn't forget they must like the video. They must subscribe to the channel. It costs no money to subscribe to YouTube. You make that red, and see when it subscribe saying red, you make it turn grey. Then you click on the three dotsies, and then you see the notification. Poof, you press all, and then it will pop up on your screen. And
Oh,
share the
betul.
Share it with your friends, family, everyone. Just share it with them. Put it on your WhatsApp status also, man.
Oh, wait, why not?
And Christopher and share please also, Christopher. Thank you.
Me, I do stuff. I do shit.
Oh,
I got my WhatsApp status also. And all that stuff.
the Lord gave me strength there also.
But gents, thank you for another episode.
Thank you everyone. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Hashtag.
See you.